Good morning, students. Hope you all were fine and good at your home. I welcome you all for the Max online class. Hope you all completed the notes and getting ready for your first midterm exam. Isn't that, ma? So, I believe that you all were preparing for your exams well. So just as an initiative, you were getting an exam. So what you learn, we will get some understanding about that. Isn't that, ma? That's why exam is there. So be serious on your exam. Okay, be serious and write the exams well. Okay, so learning will improve your knowledge. Isn't that, ma? So learning is very important and it is a very must also. So whether it would be an online class or whether it would be offline class, you just develops your knowledge. Okay. So that only what you understand, to understand that we were conducting an exam, how the students understand what we have been teach. That's why you are getting exams, isn't that? So prepare your exams well. I believe that the revisions were going on well. So this full week you get the revision, isn't that, ma'am? So last Monday and Tuesday in your maths subject we get the revision of the first lesson, isn't that? So you have the exams on lesson 1 and lesson 5 up to exercise 5.2. So I hope you all know the procedures. You will be getting 25 one words and for 25 marks you will get the descriptive form. So today, as for our class, as our revision, we were going to see just a glimpse of the fifth lesson. I'll just rewind what is in the fifth lesson. Okay, ma, just as a reminder and a rewind. I hope you all can see the screen. So there I have written 10 points, isn't that, ma'am? So in your first two exercise, these 10 points were very important. Based on these 10 points only, we were getting the problems also, isn't that, ma'am? So just rewinding this 10 point and I'll give just 2 more tips about the problems also. Okay, so let's move on to our revision section. Okay, so when we comes to the fifth lesson, the first two exercises, the first exercise is about area of triangle and area of quadrilateral, isn't that? And the second exercise is about slope, yes or no? Yes. So in triangle and quadrilateral, we have 2 formulas. So before moving into, let's rewind some 2 more formulas also. So if 2 points were given, in 1 or 2 problems, these formula, in slopes we will be using these 2 formulas, isn't that? So what is the distance between 2 points? So if 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2 were given, distance between that 2 points are square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Now same 2 points were given, we have to find out the midpoint. Means what is the formula is? X1 plus x2 divided by 2 comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. These 2 formulas very important because these 2 formulas commonly used in some problems. Okay, so distance between 2 points are square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, and midpoint is x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Now coming to main point, we learned about a triangle as well as quadrilateral, isn't that, ma'am? So once it comes to triangle, how many points will be there? 3 points will be there because there is only 3 sides in a triangle, isn't that, ma'am? And this is just a short form to write the area of triangle. So half into, using this while doing the problems, when you write this means you have to definitely write this formula also, because this is the formula. This is just a shortcut method to learn the formula. So formulas are very important. Okay, whether you write this or not, you should write this. Okay, once the question is asked, find the area of triangle of this given points, means you have to write the formulas first. So what is the area of triangle is? Yeah, half into x1 y2 plus x2 y3 plus x3 y1 minus half x2 y1 plus x3 y2 plus x1 y3 square units. Area were always denoted in square unit only. Now, if the area of triangle is equal to 0, then the given points are collinear. You might be getting the question, show that the given 3 points are collinear. Use the triangle formula. Finally, if we get the value of 0, then definitely that 3 points were collinear. Now, once it comes to quadrilateral, there would be how many points? Yeah, 4 sides should be there, so there would be 4 points. Same formula as triangle. The only difference is one more point we will get. There up to x3, y3. Here you will get up to x4, y4. That's the only difference. Now, how do you write the formula area of triangle? Half into x1, y2, x2, y3. Then x3, y4 plus x4, y1 minus half x2, y1 plus x3, y2 plus x4, y3 plus x1, y4. Now remember, area value will be always positive. Whatever the shapes it would be, area value is always positive. Sometimes you might get the values in negative. When you will get the values is negative means if you didn't form the anti-clockwise direction means you will get the values in negative. If you get so, okay, if you get it in negative means please write area values are always positive. So convert the minus value into plus value and write the answer. Otherwise your problems will be wrong. Okay. So once the question is given, if 3 points were given without particularly mentioning it with any name, sometimes it will be mentioned as area of triangle ABC. So there would be no problem. If we can mention it as ABC, it will be already mentioned in the question. If not, you have to draw a rough figure. Okay, you have to draw a rough figure. Mark the point in the anti-clockwise direction, then come to the formula. If not means you will get the, sometimes there is a possibility of getting the values in negative also. Okay, that's what your next point is. Area of triangle and quadrilateral are always positive. So always takes the vertices in counter or anti-clockwise direction. If you didn't take means, if you get it in negative value means, just write the notes, that is area of triangle or area of quadrilateral is always positive, therefore the value will change into positive form. So this is about the first exercise. Okay, mainly it would be triangle and quadrilateral. This is the first exercise. Now coming to second exercise, there you will get about slope, that is inclination of line. Slope is always mentioned by the letter M. Okay. Now if theta is the angle of inclination and slope M is equal to tan theta. Sometimes the slope value will be given in the angle form, that is in degree form, that is 30 degree, 45 degree, Okay, so you should always thorough with that tan value. Mostly it will be indicated 45 degree. Tan 45 means 1, or tan 30 degree in some problem, that is 1 by root 3. Okay, so make sure you just thorough with that tan angle value. So if angle value given, slope m is equal to tan theta. Sometimes it will be given by passing through points x1, y1, x2, y2. Then m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This formula I hope you might be very familiar, because everywhere we were using this formula. So slope m is equal to, if it passes through 2 points form given, then slope m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. If it is given in the angle form, then slope m is equal to tan theta. In slope, okay, these 2 points are very important. If 2 slope values were find out, both the slopes are equal, means then that 2 vertical lines are parallel. Okay, 2 non-vertical lines are parallel if and only if their slopes are equal. Same, if 2 non-vertical lines are there parallel, means next one would be perpendicular, means, okay, 2 non-vertical lines are perpendicular if and only if m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. 2 slopes value we multiply. If we got the values as minus 1, means that 2 vertical lines are perpendicular. These 10 points are very, very, very important. Okay, these points are very, very, very important in our 5th lesson. Okay, now sometimes your question would be 4 points were given. They will ask, check whether your given points are trapezium, or check whether your given points are parallelogram. How will you check? So 4 points will be given. Okay, 4 points will be given. So for example, A, B, C and D. First find AB, slope of AB. Then BC, CD and DA are AD. Okay, if it is as trapezium, means, okay, any one of the opposite slope pair, any one, whether it would be AB is equal to CD or AD is equal to BC. Any one of the opposite pair is equal, means then it is a trapezium. If both the opposite pair, that is AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC, means then it is a parallelogram. Okay, except this, these two were in your problem about a trapezium and a parallelogram. 4 points will be given to you. They ask you to check whether it is a trapezium or parallelogram. Otherwise, they will ask, deduce your answer. Find the slopes and come to your conclusions. Okay, so look at the slope. If the opposite pairs of any one of the opposite pair are equal, means then it would be a trapezium. Both the opposite pairs are equal, means then definitely it would be a parallelogram. Okay, ma. Then when it comes to collinear in slope, means, okay, when it comes to collinear in slope form, means both the slope values will be equal. Okay, both the slope values will be equal. Otherwise, when you plot it in a rough figure means given 3 points will be on a straight line. Okay, given 3 points were in a straight line means then it is a collinear according to slope. Once it comes to triangle means area of triangle is 0 means then it is collinear. Once it comes to slope condition means if you plot the graph, the 3 points will be on the same line, otherwise the slope value will be equal. Okay, A, B, C will be given. If AB is equal to BC, slope of AB is equal to BC means, okay, definitely for slope condition that given 3 points are collinear. Okay, now sometimes your question would be using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, using Pythagoras theorem, show that the given points are collinear. Show that the given points form a right angle triangle. Okay, using Pythagoras theorem means first find out the slope. Okay, using Pythagoras theorem means first we have to find out the slope, then check whether the given slopes are perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular means 2 slope we multiply means the value should be -1, isn't it? So if it is -1 means definitely it is perpendicular. Perpendicular means it is a right angle triangle, isn't that? So right angle triangle means comes to a Pythagoras theorem. What is a Pythagoras theorem? Yeah, square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of square of other two sides. So once you took a right angle triangle, that is ABC. So this is our hypotenuse, then opposite adjacent. So square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of square of other two sides. This is to check using. Without using means find out the slope, check whether it is a perpendicular. Perpendicular means we know the condition. Notice, yeah, m1 into m2 is equal to -1. So definitely minus perpendicular means definitely it form a right angle triangle. Then it is a without using Pythagoras theorem means. These are the important points. Okay, ma. So these are the important points that we have in the first two exercise. Okay. Very simple exercise only. Okay, very simple exercise. Revise it. Thorough on these formulas. Then the problem would be very easy. Okay, revise as it is given and please write your exams well. Don't cheat. Write your answers on your own. Okay, don't share your answers to your friends. Okay, so make sure you just write your exams on your own. I hope you will prepare well and you'll write it on your own. I wish you all the very best for your exams. Write it well. Okay, make sure that you write it, not your friends or someone else. Okay, so prepare it well and write your exams well. I'll meet you all on the Zoom class. Okay, ma. Thank you all. Be good, be safe. Since the pandemic nowadays, the corona cases were nowadays increasing, isn't that, ma? So our safety is in our hand. So make sure we all were safe and let your relatives also be safe. Okay, I wish you all the very best and meet you all on the next session. Okay, thank you all.